A few weeks ago, we packed our lives into a van and set off to explore the South Island of New Zealand. For 3 weeks, we stepped away from our normal routines and embraced life on the road.
We're not going to be able to make it.
Little did we know that this trip would end up becoming so much more than just a holiday.
Let the adventure begin. We managed to find a spot just outside Queenstown. There was only 2 spots here at this place, and luckily we got the last one. So we're just gonna have a easy dinner and get an early night.
After a rough first night's sleep, we set out on our first adventure to explore Queenstown. We couldn't believe just how beautiful this place was. Parts of it felt familiar, almost reminding us of home, but the mountains and landscapes were unlike anything we'd seen before. After a few stressful weeks back home, it felt so good to finally slow down and enjoy being somewhere new. We headed up the gondola to see the town from above. We ended up spending hours at the top riding the luge and having way more fun than we expected. Unfortunately, we didn't get any footage, but it was the perfect way to kick off the trip before hitting the road. It was around this point that the excitement really started to sink in. We were finally on the road, with everything we needed packed into the van and ready to start the real adventure. One of the things we loved most about travelling this way was the freedom it gave us. Having everything we needed with us meant we could go wherever we wanted, whenever we wanted. This was our first time trying van life, and we really didn't know what to expect. Being in such a small space meant we had to learn pretty quickly how to work together, but we adapted fast, figuring things out as we went and slowly settling into our rhythm on the road.
Soaked.
Of course, there was a few things we still had to figure out.
We just did all that, and then look what we find. The nozzle inside the bag.
Someone had a boy look.
As much as this trip was about seeing New Zealand, it was also about spending uninterrupted time together. Without the usual distractions, we were able to just be present with each other's company.
Just got up nice and early, and today's the day we're going to Milford Sound. It's currently 0 degrees this morning, and we saw some ice on the table, so I'm a bit nervous to drive with that.
Yeah, it's still dark as well.
Yeah, it's still completely pitch black out there.
Milford Sound had been on the top of our list long before we even booked this trip. After hearing so many people describe it as one of the most beautiful places in the world, we couldn't wait to finally see it for ourselves. What we didn't expect was that getting there would be just as memorable as the destination itself. Along the way, we got to meet one of New Zealand's most unique locals, the Kia. These alpine parrots are known for their intelligent, curious nature and being very cheeky.
We've made it to Milford Sound. We're on the hike to the terminal. Let's do it.
It's so cold.
So we started walking there, got to the end and realised that we took the wrong way.
We walked 20 minutes in the wrong direction.
So now we're going back the other way and we're rushing 20 minutes exactly, and it's a 20-minute walk. Successfully made it.
We have our boarding passes.
They say Milford Sound is one of those places that you have to experience for yourself, and being there, it was easy to understand why. We couldn't have asked for a better day, with clear skies, still water, and the mountains towering above us. While the cruise was everything we'd hoped it would be, the journey back through Fiordland ended up being our favourite part of the day. Around every corner there was just another view that made us stop.
So far it's been so fine, but tonight it's freezing. We're going with gloves, got thermals underneath.
Yeah, we've just put on a whole nother layer because we can't get warm.
The next morning, we woke up to everything covered in ice. It had easily been the coldest night of the trip so far, and with no heater, just a hot water bottle and each other, it was a pretty long night. Life just seemed to move slower here. With the sun not rising until after 8 AM, there was no real need to rush into the day. We could take our time in the mornings, make a tea, have a chat, and just enjoy the view. We'd been recommended to not take the van over the Crown Range due to how steep and windy it was, but we decided we would take the risk and send it anyway. And we were glad we did, because honestly, the drive and the views we were able to see without having to actually hike to get there was so worth it. Of course, there was one stop we couldn't pass up, the iconic Cadrona Hotel. Stepping inside felt like stepping back in time. After days of being in the cold, there was nothing more comforting than sharing a meal in a warm pub.
Look what we just found.
We spent the afternoon just wandering around Wanaka, eating a pie by the lake, watching the ducks swim, and of course stopping by the iconic Wanaka tree, somehow one of the most photographed natural landmarks in the country. It was nice to just take it easy and enjoy the afternoon, because the next day we had something pretty big planned.
Good morning.
What are we doing, Tish?
We are hiking Roy's Peak for sunrise.
At just over 16 kilometres return and more than 12,000 metres of climbing, Rose Peak was easily going to be the biggest hike of our trip. We thought we were prepared, but little did we know just how hard it was actually going to be.
20 minutes into the walk and we're struggling.
It's just so steep. So steep.
We've already taken off all of our layers, stripped it right down. I think we bought way too many clothes. So now we're carrying everything and we're dying.
So yeah, I think we may have overestimated our fitness level.
1 hour down.
1 hour down.
We've contemplated turning back, but the sun is coming up very soon and I think we have about an hour more to go. It's way harder than we anticipated, but we're pushing through. It's just gotten heaps colder up here.
At this point, we really started to slow down. It was getting steeper, and with the light starting to come through, we were beginning to give up hope.
We've made it to this little ledge here. We've been walking for 2.5 hours. It's just straight uphill. We did not expect how steep it was going to be. And we feel like we're not going to be able to make it to the top. But yeah, disappointed that we came up here and didn't make it.
After having some time to regain ourselves, we checked the map and saw we were only 30 minutes away from the viewpoint and decided to do one final push to the top.
I think we made it.
We made it to the lookout.
Not only did we make it, but we managed to get there with just a few minutes to spare before the sun actually came up.
Did it?
Finally.
We were exhausted, but sitting there watching the sunrise together, knowing we almost turned back but kept going, made the moment feel so much more rewarding. It's moments like these that make you realise how much your body is actually capable of when you really push yourself past those mental barriers and go outside your comfort zone. Standing there surrounded by the clouds reminded me why we'd come on this trip in the first place. It was one of those rare moments where you stop thinking about everything else and just feel completely present and grateful to be where you are.
Insane sunrise, but that was the most challenging thing we've ever done.
Yeah, we've never done a hike like that before.
We're on the descent, back down. It's very steep. Got a long way back to go.
What we didn't realise was that getting back down might actually be harder than getting up. By this point we were completely exhausted. Our legs were shaking, our feet were so sore, we were starving, and honestly, filming was the last thing on our minds. We were just focused on getting back to the van as quickly as possible. After 8 hours on the mountain, there was only one thing on our minds: food. After a long hard day, we treated ourselves to a drink by the ocean. Living on the east coast of Australia back home meant that watching the sunset on the beach of a west coast was a rare and magical moment for us.
We've just had a big sleep in this morning after our massive day yesterday. Our bodies are so sore, so what better way to fix that than go for another big walk? Blue pools.
This was one of those places where the camera just did not do it justice. It was the cleanest and bluest water either of us had ever seen, and it really didn't look real.
Tonight's camping spot, Lake Runner in Moana. Just done our west coast leg and we're starting to come inland now. Can you hear that? That's the sound of peace and quiet.
This was definitely one of our favourite free camping spots of the trip, and even better, we had it all to ourselves.
So while we're here set up for tonight, I thought I'd finally show you the van tour. Right now we're just drying our towels. This is our driving quarters. Over here is our bedding. Then up here we have the storage where our suitcase and all of our clothes is. Under here is a bit of extra storage. We've got our shoes and dirty clothes. Fridge in here. Here we have our cooktop, some pantry items under here, sink, bench top / cutlery underneath here. Then our plates and bowls and some cooking stuff along with our toiletries. Then in here we have the world's smallest shower and toilet. Just a small cube. And yeah, that's the van. Off to Lake Tekapo.
Jasper reckons we are going for a swim. I am not sure.
I somehow managed to convince Tish that going for a swim in a glacier-fed lake in the middle of winter was a good idea. We lasted less than a minute before quickly deciding that we had proved our point and got straight back out. It was actually pretty refreshing in the end, and we were both really glad that we did it. We spent the afternoon soaking up every bit of the sun before treating ourselves to a nice hot shower.
Staying at a powered site tonight, and this is our giant fire hazard here. Drone batteries, camera batteries, laptop, 2 portable chargers, phone, everything charging off on PowerPoint. Lake Tekapo is known for being one of the best spots in the world for astrophotography, so we've actually been blessed with the most perfect night. There's not a cloud in the sky, no moon, the stars are super bright. So we're going to do some astrophotography. What did we just find, Tish?
Debbie reckons it's a kiwi, but I'm not sure.
It's 100% a kiwi.
Turns out, it was not a kiwi. It was just a weka, another one of New Zealand's native birds.
We are now heading over to Christchurch. We will be driving through Arthur's Pass, and we have been told that this drive is probably the most scenic part of our road trip, so we're very excited.
Less than 20 k's right now, and my foot is nearly to the ground. Bit cold up here.
So chilly.
Freezing.
Hello, you.
We made it to Devil Punch Bowl Falls, and that was such a scenic drive.
After a short walk through the rainforest, we were rewarded with this incredible waterfall tucked away amongst the mountains. Coming on this trip was one of the best decisions we've ever made. It gave us a chance to get away from our normal routine, spend so much more quality time together, explore some incredible places, and just enjoy every day as it came. While we had a direction we were heading in, we were in no rush to get there. We found ourselves taking every detour, stopping at every lookout, and pulling over whenever something caught our eye. This was the part of the trip that I'll remember most. It really showed us that, as cliche as it sounds, it truly isn't about the destination, but the journey itself. For me personally, it was exactly what I needed. I spent so much of my time thinking about what needs to be done next, or feeling like I should always be productive. Being away from all that gave me a chance to slow down, stop worrying about everything else, and just be present in the moment. I think what made it even more special was getting to experience it all together. Having someone beside me to share these moments with, laugh with, and create these memories alongside is something I'm honestly really grateful for.
I've never seen snow before. The last day here. Yeah, it'll be a good way to finish the trip.
Yeah. We'll do it.
So crowded here today, but still cool to see, I guess.
Watching everyone else snowboarding definitely gave me some serious FOMO. With only a few hours left in the day and only one fake snow slope open, we decided it wasn't worth the money. I was pretty disappointed, but I knew it was something to look forward to on another trip. So instead, we just had our own fun in the snow and made the most of being there. And just like that, 3 weeks were over. It was time to pack up the van, say goodbye to this incredible country, and head back to reality.